Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter of 6th standard, that is sorting materials into groups. We can see a lot of materials in our surroundings and in our daily life. So we used to sort them in groups. Like we can say some materials are made up of plastic, some are made up of glass, some are made up of cloth, cotton, fibers. All these are the different groups that we have made. So let's start with the matter. Matter, anything that occupies space and has mass, is called matter. We can say any object as matter if it has any mass or it occupies space. If it has both the properties, then we can say it a matter. For example, you can see a pen lying on your table. Pen has some mass of it and it also occupy space. Pen also occupy space on the table where you kept it. So we can say pen is a matter. Or anything that you are having, if it has a mass and also it occupies space, then it will be called matter. Now let's see material. Material is a substance which is used for making things. We used to say कि it is made up of glass, it is made up of steel, it is made up of plastic. So plastic, glass, steel, they all are materials from which the substances are made. A given material could be used to make a large number of objects. Fine. You can see a small box which is made up of plastic, or you can see a large tub or bucket that is also made up of plastic. So it is variety of objects are there. It is also possible that an object could be made up of single material or many different types of material. Sometimes the two materials are being combined to make a single object. Now, general properties of materials. General properties of materials. First one is appearance. How they appear. Is the material shiny? Is the material rough or non-shiny? Shine, luster or luster. Roughness, it does not have luster. Luster is nothing but shiny. You can see a glass which has shine. A steel, stainless steel, it has shine. So luster means shine and roughness means it does not have any shine. Shining is not there. Like all metals are lustrous, some are more and some are less. Some metals are more lustrous as compared to others and some are less lustrous. And known metals like wood, rubber, piece of rock, they are non-lustrous. They do not have any shining in them. Now next one is hardness. Hard or soft. Some metals could be hard, some metals could be soft. Known metals are soft as compared to metals. Brittle. Brittle means those substances which break into smaller pieces or powdered when hammered. If we beat it with the help of hammer, it will spread into the pieces. Then we can say that it is brittle. Malleable, it means which spreads into sheets when beaten. If we beat that metal and it will be converted into a sheet, then we can say that metal is malleable. Like we can take the example of tin, or we can take the example of iron. Next is ductile. They can be drawn into thin and long wires. Ductility is the ability of the metals to be drawn into wires. For example, we can take copper. Copper is a metal that is being converted into wire. So we can say copper is a ductile metal. Materials like wood, rubber and fibers are soft. These all are soft material and metals are generally hard. Next one is through visibility. Some objects could be transparent, some could be translucent and some could be opaque. Transparent objects are those objects through which light may pass completely. These are called transparent objects. If the light passes completely, we can say the object is transparent. For example, sugar, salt solution. If we mix sugar in water, then the solution will be transparent. We can pass the light through it. Translucent is that condition in which the light does not pass completely. Light is being partially passed. For example, milky glass or milk. We can pass the light not completely but partially. Opaque is in which the object through which light does not pass. Like you can say any wall of your house, the light does not pass from one side of the wall to the another side. For example, wood, metal, rock wall. Now next is good and bad conductors of electricity. Material through which electric current can pass, they are said to be good conductors of electricity. And if the electricity does not pass through the material, then it will be called bad conductor of electricity, or we can say it insulator. The object through which electricity is passed are called conductors, and the object through which electricity is not passed, they are called insulators. Now next is good and bad conductors of heat. Like we have discussed about electricity, same in case of heat. All metals are good conductor of heat. If we heat the metal, the electricity will pass from one end to the another end. But if we heat any wood, the electricity will not pass to the another point of the wood. So means all metals are good conductor of heat and non-metals are bad conductors of heat. Next is combustible substances. Combustion means burning. The materials which catches fire on heating are called combustible substances. For example, if we light the matchstick and just keep it near the wood will start burning. But if we light the matchstick and keep it near iron, would it burn? No, it will not burn. So that means iron is not combustible, whereas wood is combustible. For example, wood, plastic, fiber, paper, these all are combustible substances. Now, some material float and some sink. So basis on this, material which sinks in water is denser. If we will put any iron object in water, it will sink. That means it is denser. If we will throw any paper on water, it will float. That means paper is lighter. The material which floats on water is less dense than water. Paper is less dense than water. That is why it is floating. And iron object that we have dropped in water is more denser than water. That is why it sinks. Now solubility. Solubility is the substances like salt and sugar. If we mix salt or sugar in water, it will dissolve completely. We cannot see the sugar cubes in the water. And if it does not get dissolved in water, they are called insoluble. For example, if you will drop some of the oil drops in water, will it dissolve? No, it will float on the water. Now, one is miscible and immiscible liquids. Miscible means which are getting properly mixed, and immiscible means which are not mixed. A liquid which mix well with water, for example, we can mix milk and water, it is miscible. But if we will mix water with oil, it will not mix. That means they are immiscible liquids. Now we can group different materials like wood, fibers, metal, ceramic, glass, plastic, rubbers, and liquids like oil and water. So on the basis of all these things, we used to group the materials. So that's all for today. I hope you liked the video and you did understand the chapter very well. So thank you and have a good day to all of you.